Jacob Shaw, 18th May, the year 2562, 12 noon. 3 days ago a strange man stopped me from committing suicide and offered me a job. I was going to reject at first, but for some reason, I couldn't. But the job was as simple as it gets, and the pay was bunkering, so it worked out in my favor. After every assignment, I would seal up the envelope containing the details of my research, and drop it into a dustbin he gave me, and when I turned back, there would be gold bars piled up on my bed as payment. But for a man who was about to kill himself, money meant nothing to me. His promise instead was what kept me going. Though I could barely remember what it was. After running around for months investigating monuments, school kids, scientists, and so much more, I was starting to get fed up, and was about to quit and get back on that bridge when my next assignment arrived. This time, the envelope was different. It had a weird engraving on it, and it told me to investigate the latest monument of my century, Babel. It was going to be fully opened in the next few days, and I was just as excited as everyone else. I had used some of the money I had piled up to buy one of the highest rooms in the tower, and was eagerly looking forward to living above the clouds, but the envelope spoiled my fun. It told me to get a room close to the tower and keep a lax watch on it till the day of the launch. They wanted me to keep my eyes fixated on the building between the hours of 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. It even said I shouldn't blink too much. I, being the loyal soldier, simply did as I was told, and waited for my life to have some sort of meaning. The days passed by smoothly, and before long, the sun rose on the appointed hours. I sat on a chair in front of the glass wall between me and Babel. I hadn't moved much. That letter had words in it that threw me off. The language was different. My arrogant employer, who simply barked out orders, actually pleaded with me this time around. The words were too apologetic, and the contrast made me take this one more seriously than the rest. When I saw creatures gathering at the front of the building around 5 a.m., it seemed like they were still trying to grab a spot. It made me wonder if I had become a slave. Slavery had come time and time again over the course of history, always targeting the strongest or the wisest, but we had fought against it and won. So I can excuse my arrogance and believe that I am still in control. I look at the giant clock on the building just in time to see that there was only 1 hour left. Various notable figures started to arrive, flying in, digging in, driving in, all in their own unique way. They gathered in front of the building, probably unable to contain their excitement. They looked like kids to me. Their excitement felt lacking compared to mine. I was waiting for something far bigger than even I myself could imagine. I smiled and was going to get up and get something to eat, but my legs failed me for a second, and that's when it happened. My eyes remained wide open in shock as I remembered so many wise men assuring us that nothing would happen. And as I was dragged away by his loyal element of light, I remembered that we were simply men. That's also why I appreciate what I received from him, and this home, and my family, and would gladly do anything to make sure that this place never perishes. Or perhaps it's just the fear of losing another home. In the end, I was no different from the ones who fell that day.